this video, we are going to create the wheel bracket for the 2020 assignment of National 5 Graphics, the scooter. First, I'm going to click New, make sure I'm on metric, and double click standard millimeters. And I'm going to look at creating the front profile of the wheel bracket. So I'm going to start a sketch and click the XY plane. Using my line tool, I'm going to go from the middle all the way up at 90 degrees, 160. I'm then going to go along 90 and back down 160. Next, I'm going to look at making the inside bit, so I'm going to use the line tool and go to the very bottom and go along 25 and then up 100 and do that on the same side. So go to the bottom of the 160, go along 25 and go up 100. I then want to join the two parts together. Now we can see that there is a curve in the middle that has a radius of 20. So I'm going to use the circle tool and I'm going to find the center of this line. And then by clicking the top of my 100 line, I should get a diameter of 40. I can then remove the line in the middle and then use the trim tool to remove the bottom half of the circle. Once I've got this shape, I'm going to finish the sketch and we're going to look at extruding it 50. Now the bottom part is curved, so I'm going to use fillet, set to 25, and I'm going to select all of the edges on the bottom side to curve them up. The top has also been curved to 20, so I'm going to fillet it 20 and then click the two top sides so that we now have this shape. There is a hole that goes through to allow the axle in, so I'm going to start a sketch on one of the sides and using the circle tool I am going to look at drawing a circle at 10. Now we need to find the middle of this point here, so I'm going to click project geometry and select my curve, and you can see here that it's now gave me a center point that allows me to click and make my circle at 10. Next, I'm going to extrude the circle and make the distance 90. And I'm going to change it to direction 2 and make sure it's set to cut. And we want to make sure that it goes all the way through the other side so that we've now got a hole for the axle. Finally, we're going to look at sketching the top. So I've started a 2D sketch and I'm going to select the top surface. Now we have a shape which is 40 by 40. So I'm going to click rectangle and do a 2-point center rectangle. I'm going to find the middle of my line and go down and again. So once I find it, I'm going to go down. Doesn't really matter where just now, but I'm going to type a box of 40 by 40. I'm then going to dimension bottom line to the centre of my rectangle and make that 25. Now the rectangle has a curve to it, so I'm going to use the fillet tool and change it to a radius of 20, selecting both sides. Once done, I'm going to finish the sketch and I'm going to extrude that shape up 5. Now the last thing we need to do is create a hole in the top for the handle to fit in, so I'm going to start a sketch on the top. Again, I'm going to use project geometry to get the centre point of that curve. And using the circle tool, I'm going to draw a circle at 25 and then finish sketch. And I'm going to extrude it down 35, so changing it to direction 2 and making sure it's set to cut. That's now the wheel bracket finished, so I'm going to go up to File, Save As, and save it into my OneDrive.